What's up everyone? I did find out some interesting information regarding President Trump and what I would consider to be prophetic information and just very, very important information, in my opinion. I would consider this to be a sign from God, really. The president, our current president, President Donald Trump, was born on June 14th, 1946, which apparently was during a super blood moon. So that is quite fascinating as well. And Israel became a nation officially documented as their independence 700 days after he was born. So 700 days before President Trump was born, 700 days after President Trump was born, Israel became a nation on May 14th, 1948, according to this on Daily Express and Newsweek. Now, Newsweek is saying, interestingly enough, that this super blood moon that's going to happen, this wolf blood moon that's happening on the 21st, this Sunday, will mark the second anniversary of Trump's inauguration. So that's another interesting thing. And he will have been inaugurated for 729 days or so. That's how long since he's been inaugurated. Sorry. He would have been president. He would not have been inaugurated that long. He would have been inaugurated 729 days ago. As of right now, it's been 727 days since President Trump has been inaugurated. And the super blood moon marks the second anniversary of his inauguration. And I found that to be fascinating. But not only that, but the fact that the super blood moon happens on the second anniversary of his inauguration, over 700 days after, 730 days or so after his inauguration. And that starts on the 20th, and the eclipse happens then as well. So first, to recap, he was born June 14th, 1946, 700 days before Israel was proclaimed a nation in documentation. Then, when he was 70 years old, he became the President of the United States. And he's always been passionate about Israel. And in the 1990s, he wrote out a bill for peace in Israel and Palestine. And he's had it written since then. And Kushner helped him write more of it and do the fine documents of it. Helped him with the fine documents of the peace treaty in Israel. Now, he does say that the only thing, according to him and Kushner, the only thing that really seems plausible is the two-state solution, but he said he's going to let Israel and Palestine look at it. They were going to have a meeting in November, but that didn't work out. They just let them take their time when they're ready. They said today began the beginning of the bill, last year when that happened, began on May 14th. He signed a bill proclaiming Jerusalem to be the capital of Israel once again, rather than Tel Aviv. And Jerusalem belonged to the Palestinians at that point, but Trump gave it to Israel. And they even created Trump Town on May 14th, 2018. Exactly 70 years after Israel was proclaimed a nation. 70 years. On their 70th anniversary, Trump officially proclaimed Israel, Jerusalem, their capital, being their capital. And it changed in all documents on the internet on that day. He went over there, had a meeting with them, and they said this is the beginning process of prophecy, though, because it is the beginning of rebuilding their third temple. But that I can't say for sure, but that's what Netanyahu stated. Now, that would be prophetic. But all this leads me to believe that this is from God, that Trump definitely was sent, and this is a reason. This happened for a reason. There's too many sevens involved. There are really too many sevens involved. And on the 70th anniversary, Trump reproclaims Jerusalem the capital of Israel. President Trump was 70 years old when this happened. And the oldest United States president. And he was 70 years old. He's a 70-year-old president. And he was at 70, on their 70th year anniversary of Israel being a nation, he signed a bill creating Jerusalem as the capital, once again, of Israel. And creating a peace treaty between the two that he's working on right now, working on letting them see about. And he was born 700 days before the signing of the official peace treaty documentation creating Israel, establishing them as a nation once again, creating Israel as a nation again. And on June 14th, 1946, that's 700 days before that happened, during a blood moon, a super blood moon. Fast forward 700 days after his inauguration, 730 days after his inauguration, 2 years in, there's another blood moon happening on the anniversary of his inauguration. Happening right now, about to happen. And then you fast forward into 2024, and 7 years after the super eclipse of 2020, we have another one that makes an X across the United States in 2024. So that's 7 years as well. So all of these sevens leads me to believe that, yes, Trump is prophetic. So let me know what you think. You can read this on Daily Express and Newsweek and other sites here. Just search Trump born on eclipse. And there are interesting names in his family members, in his lineage. He has some interesting family names and of European descent over there, I believe. And he has some interesting, I think some royal lineage, if I'm not mistaken, but you can look this up. I don't want to say too much unless I look it up and share it with you all soon. So, and interestingly enough, some of his family members, many of them are actually, they actually have the name Christ in their lineage. Right there, you can see there's two of them. There's Elizabeth Christ is one of the more well-known ones. And I don't know if there are any more. I see 3 Christs in Trump's family. Johann George Christ, Philip Christ, and Elizabeth Christ. To me, that is quite interesting. That there are 3 Christs in the recent Trump lineage here. Well, I wouldn't call it very recent, but in his family lineage. I find it to be interesting that the lineage is of the name Christ, and Donald Trump's mother is named Mary Ann MacLeod. So I just found that to be a few interesting things there, that he has 3 Christs in his family. I don't know why their family name was Christ, but and his mother's name is Mary. So just wanted to share that, and also how there are so many 7s and 70s with President Trump. So just some prophetic news to share with you all, some interesting news to share with you all. So peace, much love, God bless. I hope to speak with all of you again very soon. Bye.